Hi everybody, it's me, Esther. Today I want to give you a reminder, because I know you already know this, to express yourself. It is so important to express yourself. I'm going to tell you why and what you can start doing to get that stuff that you've got on your chest off your chest for your greater good. My name is Esther Bartkiw. Welcome back to my channel. I help people optimize their lives, people who understand that change begins within at the level of belief, healing trauma, creating inner support system, inner peace, and inner wholeness. All right, so today's topic is express your emotions and your opinions, like what you feel you need to say and get it off your chest, because sometimes, we hold it in. And it's important to express in a healthy way. You're going to have to determine what healthy means to you. Healthy does not mean explosion on people, eruption on people, although we have all done that. I know, I have done it too. Healthy means expressing yourself in a calm and centered manner. It might not always be talking face to face or texting or, doing a video conference with someone. Sometimes expression of what you need to get off your chest is done through dance or music or something creative, artistry, writing, cooking, gardening, at the gym, working it all out. Okay, so there's many different ways that you can express yourself in a healthy way. Okay, I'm going to leave you to determine that for yourself. Now, why do you want to do this? Why is that better than keeping it bottled within? Because we all have done it, right? Keeping what we want to say within, and we think, I'm stopping a situation, I don't want to get involved, I don't want them to get mad at me, I don't want them to not like me, what if they yell back at me, right? So we think by holding it in, we're doing something good, but we are not. So if you do not express your opinions, your emotions, the words, all of that is energy. The energy gets trapped inside of your body, and it stays there until it is moved up and out through some kind of release, and the expression is a good release, okay? When that trapped emotion and energy is in your body, it will attract other people's situations, similar types of events, so that system, that trapped emotion will grow and get bigger and bigger. It will start to run through your body and may cause physical ailments, stomachache, headache, blurry eyes, upset, anxiety, anger, right? And that anger could be anger for not expressing, anger towards the situation, anger towards the person, but also it might be parts of you that are angry with you for not standing up for yourself and saying what you need to say. And those physical ailments, if not dealt with by the expression, the release of the trauma, which is unexpressed emotion, can ultimately culminate in physical dis-ease. All right? And we want to stop that. One of the things that I say on social media, and I've written this quite a few times, is when you are in pain, whether it is a heartache pain, a physical pain, emotional, mental, a spiritual pain, don't mask it, don't ignore it, don't push it away. I'm going to push through the pain. The pain is there telling you something. It's telling you that something is not right. Pay attention. Okay? So you want to express yourself to avoid all of that. All right? Number 2, if you don't express yourself, you will likely play out that situation over and over again in your mind, on the screen of your mind. You will play it out saying, this is what I wish I would have said, this is what I'm going to say when I have a chance. I have done that many times. It's like you're preparing yourself for that moment where you're going to say what you need to say, but the problem is you don't say it. So if you're going over it because you are actually going to later on today or tomorrow express yourself and say it, that's great. The preparation is not a problem. You know what I'm talking about. It's when you're going over it and over it and over it in your mind again and again, and you never express it. You just reinforce it, okay? And that, again, harms you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and it just reinforces that whatever the pain is inside of you, it's a really big deal. Look how many times I have to go over it and over it again in my mind. It's a really big deal. And we know what you focus on expands. Laws of the universe, energy laws. Okay? The third reason why you want to express yourself is because, and I guarantee you this is going to happen, at some point in your life, it could be a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, even longer, you will express yourself. And it will be an eruption. And there will be drama. And even though it may feel good in the moment to get that off your chest, it's going to backfire on you. And people will probably look at you and say, what is going on? That explosion of words, of energy, of emotion doesn't warrant this little situation going on, and likely that is true, but it was similar to what you're holding inside of you. So what you're holding inside of you got triggered and you just let the mother load go, and you poured it all over these people who might not even be the original person or persons that you were angry with, or maybe they have nothing to do with it at all. They just said something that was similar. And then once you've exploded and erupted, and it may feel good in the moment, you feel guilt and shame for doing it in that way. And if you don't say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I know where that came from, I see where I need to do my inner work, please forgive me. If you don't take that next step, the guilt and shame will get embedded inside of you, and now the package becomes bigger. Okay? So it is important that you express yourself. This last little piece about it's going to come out some way. It's going to come out physically, right? Physical illness. It's going to come out as emotional distress. Somebody is a nervous wreck all the time, or angry all the time, or every time they speak, there's like, they're passive aggressive, or there's some kind of biting word that comes out, and it has nothing to do with the situation. It has something to do with what happened a long time ago. It can create, a spiritual distress. God, why have you forsaken me? And then it causes rifts in your relationships, in your day-to-day. I've watched this play out twice in the last 2 weeks. That's what prompted this video. In both of these cases, the people who exploded their emotion, it was based on something that happened years ago. One, like in childhood, so this was decades, and the other maybe about 15, 20 years ago. And they got into a situation that felt similar, and it came out. And the interesting thing is both of these people would say, oh, I dealt with that. Esther, I dealt with that. Oh my gosh, that's old news. I have dealt with that. And clearly they did not. So if you ever catch yourself in a situation like that where you've erupted and exploded, and you know Yeah, it might have a little bit to do with this situation, but most of it is because of that unexpressed emotion from the past. If you are able to apologize, apologize. Even if you say something like, listen, I don't like what's going on here, but the way I expressed myself, I could have done better. That's a good start. And if you have guilt or shame that you're adding on to the package, reject the guilt or shame by realizing that you need to turn within. And you need to clean up that old, stagnant, outdated, heavy, limiting energy that is just churning inside of you, looking for any kind of outlet, and is taking advantage of all the ways it can express itself, none of which are advantageous to you. This is the kind of work that I do with people to help them turn within, either connect with the trauma, connect with the anger, learn how to express themselves. There may be conscious awareness and perceptions that need to grow in order to be able to do that. Usually it's a lot of subconscious work, coming up with a plan so that the next time you get into a situation where maybe you feel you're being taken advantage of, or you don't agree with the point, or you don't like the way somebody said something or did something, that you can stand in your power in a calm and centered manner. That's the goal. That's the gold star. And express yourself without feeling guilty or ashamed. There's a lot of people who will say feelings don't matter. It's all about the facts. And then there's people who are just all about the feelings and they don't care about the facts. For me, it's facts and feelings. And I understand, because of the work that I do, that the facts are interpreted by the feelings. This is why it's often good to get an outside perspective. In fact, I did a video probably a few years ago about facts and feelings, because I feel very strongly about that. I'll link it below somewhere. All right? Express yourself. It'll do you good. It'll do the people around you good. And when done in a healthy way, it can really shift a situation in a positive way. All right, everybody, have a great day. Ciao.